Welcome to this event on Git and Open Source. I'm Kina. I'm the Computer Society Secretary. Now, what even is Git? Git is a distributed version control system. What that means is every single developer has their own server, and they will have their own have the copy of the entire history or the version of the code, and all of its branches in their local server or machine. So every change you make to the code is saved in the local machine, and then can be shared with other developers. As you can imagine, Git is very instrumental in software development, be it finding bugs, keeping track of changes made in the code, and also finding out what is working and what is not. So finding out differences and saving the history. So Git is very instrumental in software development. Now, as to getting started with the project, I'll present my screen. I hope you guys can hear me and also see this presentation.
Yes, Ken.
Yeah. Thank you. I hope you guys have installed all the prerequisite which was mentioned, Git SCM, and have an account in GitHub. So if you've done that, open up Git Bash. Open up Git Bash anywhere you like. I'll be using Windows PowerShell here. All of you guys can follow through, which the commands will be the same, so no worries there. So let's open up create a directory, mkdir git os, and we'll go into that directory. After we've done this, we'll have to initialize the directory. So we'll do this with the command git init. So as you can see, we are on the master branch. So now we'll add some code to this directory, some files to this code. Open VS Code, and we'll create a README file, readme.md. I'm just creating this because it is easier to visualize. Now, if we go back to, if we get status, to check what's happening with for a directory, git status. We've not yet tracked any files yet, so we'll have to track this. Git add, and we can add the file name also, or add a period here. Period would add all the files in the directory. If you want to add just one file, you could just readme, readme.md. Okay. So if you go back, it is staged or added stuff like A signifies added. So let's add a line 1. Right now we've modified the file, right? So if we run git status again, we see that changes to be committed, and we've also modified it. We've not yet staged it. What stage does it is it is not recommended that you commit every line, every save. So it is recommended that you stage the files, stage all the code which you want to save, and then commit it together. So git add period, then git commit. We'll run git status again. So you know that you just have to commit it now. Git commit -m to add the message. So added line 1. So yeah, now it's, if you go back to VS Code, there's nothing to be there's nothing signifying anywhere. So now if we run git status, there's nothing to be committed, and if we run git log, it will show you all the commits we've done in the history. So we're on this is the head signifies what commit we are on, and this is the message, which commit message. So we'll add some another code here. Save it, then come back to terminal, git add. So then git commit -m added line 2. Yeah. Right. Now there's another command called git def. This is used to see what is the difference between the two commits. Git def head, and head signifies the what I've already said, and head tilde one means one the previous commit to the present head. So as you can see, minus signifies the head commit, and plus signifies the previous commit to that. So in the head commit, it is line 1 and line 2. In the first commit, it was just line 1. So that's how you read the git difference descriptions. Now, so what if you are working on something and you add some code, but you realize that this is not the way you want to go. You save it and you realize this is not the way you want to go, and you just want to go back to it, but you also want to save this. So you could do it by stashing this, git stash. So if we go back to the VS Code, you see that line 3 is not there, just line 1 and line 2. So where did that go? So it is saved somewhere. So if you want to git stash list, will list out all the stashes which we have done, and then if you want to pop it back, or add those changes back again, there are two ways. One is git apply, git stash apply, and the other one is git pop. So what is the difference is git apply will add the changes and also keep the stash list same. If you want to you run the command git pop, it will pop all the changes. Yeah. Now yeah, I'll run git apply because that is much, we'll have the history of all the stashes which we have done. Git stash apply. We can see that line 3 is back again. Now if you will can save it by staging it and then committing it. You can do this with the single command as git commit minus period dash am, then the message added line 3. Yep. Now that's done. If we go back, git stash list, that is still there. Now if we pop it, git pop, okay, git stash pop, it will drop the stash. If I run git stash list again, there is nothing to be shown. Yeah, okay. I'll run git log once. As you can see, there are 3 commits here: line 3, line 2, and line 1. Now if you want to go back in history, let's say you find out that there is a bug which was introduced by a particular commit, right? So let's say a bug was introduced in added line 2 commit. So you just want to go there. Let's just go to that commit by running the command git. Now before that, we'll need the commit header. So git log /1 line. So we'll get the header. Copy that, added line 2, then git git revert. This is the command, git revert head and the number. So if we go back to the VS Code, you see that this is the we just have to save it. Added line 3, save it, and then close this. Yeah. So we've gone back 2 commits now. So we've gone back 2 commits. Now we can add something here. Line 2. Save it. Yep. Git log. Yeah. Here you should press Q here to quit this if you haven't figured that out. Yeah, we've reverted line 3, and also we've reverted added line 2 also. Now, now we've done that. Now we'll check out branching. What's branching? So it's not recommended that you add all the code in the master branch itself. So you just have to break out with from the master branch, git checkout -b, and branch name dev. Now we are on the dev branch. This is recommended so that the master branch is kept safe from all the buggy code or some stuff like that. So till you finish your adding new features and stuff, master branch is kept separate. You can add code to this. Now as we are on the dev branch, we'll add some code here. Line 3. Save it. Git commit -am and added line 3. Yep. Now we'll go back to the master branch. Git checkout master. As you can see, there's no line 3 here. So master branch is kept separate from the dev branch. So git now we'll add it's not it doesn't mean that the master branch does not have any there might be some code added to the master branch while you're working on the dev branch. So let's say we add line 4 here. I'm doing this so that we'll handle merge conflicts and stuff. Git add and git commit line 4. Right. Now we'll go back to git checkout and there's line 3 here. Now and also we'll go back once again. Yeah. We'll add another file here so that hello.py and hello and then git add. Don't run git commit -am here, because it won't add the hello.py because we have not yet tracked tracked it. So git commit -m added hello.py. Yeah. Now we've added all the features which we wanted to add, right? So we'll go back to the dev branch. Now there are 2 ways you can merging can occur in two ways. So either you can merge master onto the dev branch or dev onto the master branch. The result is the same, but the head will be pointing to 2 different branches and also the commits. So if we merge master onto the dev branch, master branch is kept separate. There won't be merge conflicts there. Just the dev branch will handle all the merge conflicts. So you can test out all the merge conflicts there, and then you can merge it back to the master branch. I would recommend this way because it is much safer. And if you merge dev branch onto the master branch, you'll have to handle all the merge conflicts right there. So we'll merge master branch onto the dev branch. So git merge master. As you can see, there are some merge conflicts here. So either you can accept the present change, which is line 3 at line 3 or line 4 at line 3. So I'll accept the current change. So save it, then git commit. And also you can see that this was added. So hello.py was added. So git add git commit minus m resolved merge. Yep. This now it's working fine, right? Now we'll go back to the, as you can see, we've handled all the merge configs here. We'll go back to the master branch, git checkout master. Now we'll merge the new dev branch onto the master branch. Merge dev. Now, as you can see, there are no merge configs here. Now both dev and the merge, master branch are at the same, same point. Now, okay. Now, yeah, git. We'll go to the dev branch now. Git checkout dev. I hope you guys are following along. If you have any doubts, put it in the chat box, or you can speak out also. I hope you guys, you don't have any doubts, right, as of yet. You guys are following me, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll add, a line here. Line 4. Save it and git commit minus am added line 4. Yeah. Now we'll go back to the master branch. I'm doing this so that okay, there are what we've done is we merged the after finishing whatever feature we added, right? Now what if we've not yet finished adding new features yet as of yet in the dev branch? So that doesn't mean the master branch has to stay at the same point in history, right? So what if someone else adds code to it and you miss out on the latest updates? So you can't merge every time, right? So for doing, for that, there's a command called Rebase. We'll check that out now. Git checkout master. Now we'll add, line 4, okay. Line 5 and yeah, save it, and we'll also change something here. Okay. Git commit minus am added line 5 and yeah. Fine now. We'll go back to the dev branch now. Git checkout dev. Now we'll what the command I said, git rebase. So what that does is it will bring out all the changes from the master branch onto the the dev branch, but it won't merge it as merge does. So this is more of a softer approach. So git rebase master. There are conflicts here, so we could accept both changes or incoming changes. Yeah. So let's see. Let's save it. Git and git add. Okay, git add. Git commit. You can see it is now not on the master branch now. So if you want to list out all the branches, there are git branch So as you can see, we are not on the master branch now. There's a, we are rebasing dev, right? So to merge these changes onto the dev branch, we'll have to create a new branch for this. So okay, git branch dev 2.1 or something, and then I'll have to run the git log double dash one line. So we need this. We need this. Okay, we need that header. Then git branch dev 2.01, and then the code here. We've done, we've created a new branch now. There's dev 2.01, and then we'll git check out master. Now we'll merge it to the master branch now. Git merge dev to, yeah, we are now merging that, and yeah, this is about Rebase. As you can see, we've now merged the changes back to, after completing adding every feature, we have now merged the changes to the master branch. So now next is, if you have to collaborate with people around the world, you will have to use GitHub or GitLab or and Bitbucket, those repositories. Now as we will be using GitHub, so to add remote repositories, you can use the command git remote, but because we have not yet added anything, this command does not return anything. So we'll have to go to GitHub. I hope you guys have created your GitHub account, right? So after logging in, you'll have to create a new repository. So create a new repository. Name it Git OS or something. And as we are creating a README file, you don't need to add this. And I'll be showing you what git ignore does a little later. Yeah, I hope you guys have entered this web page. Yeah, we'll be using HTTPS because SSH, it is not economical efficient to do it in this time period, but we'll be going ahead with HTTPS. Now, as we've already created all the files, you just need to copy this, git remote add origin and the link. So what this does is it will you don't need to remember that link, right? So you can just assign that link to the name origin. So if you run that and git remote and -v, it will return the links. Now if you want, you can run this command. This will change the master, create the main as the new master branch. So this is the new update from, not related, it's relatively newer update from GitHub. So if you want, you can run that, but I personally don't use it, prefer it. So I just copy this git, or you can just run. We'll push it to the GitHub repository now. Git push origin and run master. So this will push the origin, push all the changes we've done and all the code we've entered to the link origin and under the branch master. So this might take some few seconds. If you go back to the site, reload, yeah, you can see that all the changes we've done here, line 1 to line 5. There's hello.py also. Okay, now what if the one of the contributors, the other developer in your team, add some code to this? We'll add some code here. Hash line 6, right? So we'll save it and yeah, commit changes. Right. Now we'll go back to the terminal. Now there are two ways to get those changes. The changes which was committed by the other developer. One is git fetch and the other one is git pull. Git fetch is the softer version. It just brings out all the changes committed by the other person to your local folder, but it won't merge it with the master branch. So it is much softer. What git pull does is it will get all the changes and merge it. So if there are merge conflicts, you'll have to deal with it. So first I'll run git fetch origin master. Git fetch origin master, right? So if I open VS Code, as you can see, this is not visible in the VS Code because this is on master branch, master rebasing, right? So we'll have to go into a different branch now. Git check out what the branch is origin / master. So it will create all the changes in a new branch called origin / master. So yeah, as you can see, this line 6 here. Now, if you go back to git checkout master, git now we'll merge these changes back to the master branch. Git merge origin / master. Yeah. So these two commands together is what git pull does automatically. So we'll see that now. We'll make some changes once again. Line 7. Commit changes. Yeah. Right. We'll pull these changes back. Git pull origin master. Yeah. If there are merge conflicts here, we would have to deal with it. Yeah. And it is recommended that whenever you start coding, if you want to add some features, it is recommended that you pull the changes first, then start adding the code. Because if you add the code first, then pull the changes from the GitHub repository, there might be conflicts, which it is very tedious. So first, always pull the changes, then add the code, then push it back again. So yeah, now I'll show you how to add changes from from a different branch to the GitHub repository. We'll git checkout dev. Now we'll merge it. Okay, git check out -b. Will create a new branch itself. Dev 3. Right. Okay. Git merge master. Accept incoming changes. We'll add everything. Git add git commit -m different diff branch. Yeah, it's the same as the master branch now. Git checkout master. If we go back, it's the same. Yeah. Dev. Yeah. Now we'll add some code once again here. Hash line 8 or something, and then also change something in hello.py also, hello world or something. Save it, then git add git commit -m. See, as you can see, git add git commit is sort of frequently used commands here. Git commit -m added line. Okay. added world or something. Yeah, we've done that now. It's fine now. Okay. So what we have to do is we'll have to push these changes not to the master branch but to the a new branch. Git push, git push. What is it? Git push origin and dev or dev3. Taking some time. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll if we go back to the repository, go back to the internet. Yeah. There are two branches here, and as you can see, there's a new branch here. To add these changes to the main master branch, you have to compare and pull request. Checking mergeability. Yeah. So if you can't, as you can see, as we've already checked if we can merge or not. It's fine. If there are some merge conflicts, you'll have to deal with it here. So yeah, create pull request. If you can comment stuff here. So merge pull request, confirm merge. So yeah, we've successfully merged on the close the branch. So if you want, you can delete the branch if you don't want people to know about it. That doesn't erase the history. Yeah. So we have gone till line 8, and also if you go back to hello.py, yeah, print hello world. Yeah, it's fine now. But if we go back to the git checkout master, there's no line 8 or hello world, so we've missed out on the latest updates, right? So we'll have to pull it, git pull origin master, right? That's done. Now I had talked about git ignore, right? So what git ignore does is when you're working on let's say if you're working on C++ or C, you might not want the exe or the object files to be uploaded to the GitHub repository, right? If you want some files not to be uploaded to the GitHub repository, you'll have to add the git ignore file. So dot git ignore. So yeah, before we add the code to the git ignore, let's add if you want. I'll create a hello.txt. Now let's exclude .txt files from being uploaded to the GitHub repository. Hello.txt. So hello, save it. Now we'll go to the .git ignore. Then here we'll have to add star .txt. So it will match all the files with .txt. Save it. Now git add git commit -m and yeah, added git ignore. Yep. Now if we go back to the code, you can see there's only two files here. We have to push it, git push origin master. So if we go back to the GitHub repository, I'll refresh it. As you can see, there is no .txt file here, hello.txt. So this is, this is pretty useful when you want to exclude stuff. If you want Git to ignore the files created. So this is about Git. These are the pretty frequently used commands. Now Shrish will talk about open source and how to contribute in open source. Over to you, Shrish.
Thank you, Kinar. I hope I'm audible. Am I?
Yep, you are.
Okay. I'm gonna assume I'm audible. Let me share my screen. Okay. Is the screen visible? Kinar?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay. Uh, so I will be talking about open source and how to contribute to open source. So open source software is a software whose source code is available freely to the public. Meaning, if there is a product or a software whose code is accessible to anybody, it's called an open source software. So why is open source software so popular? You must have heard the name, definitely. If you are planning to be a programmer, you must have heard of it. So open source softwares are popular because people can look at the code and tell what is happening in the application. This way they can be sure that their data is not being published somewhere else. That is one. Second, open source software, in these softwares, programmers themselves can contribute to the project and make it better. That is why there are a lot of projects which are open sourced and are maintained by the community itself. So you must have heard of projects like Golang, Flutter, Linux, GIMP. All these projects are open sourced and are maintained by the community itself. So how about we get started and let's contribute to one open source project right now. So if you head over to the link in the chat box, okay. So if you go to this repository, you will be able to see that this is an open source repository, okay, because you can access its code, right? So I will be showing you how you can contribute to this repository. So first of all, because you don't own this repository, you cannot directly push your commits to this repository. So now you may ask, how do I contribute? So a way of contributing is you make a copy of it into your own GitHub account and then maybe try to contribute to it. I'll walk you through it. So first, let's click on this fork button in the top right. So this and select your username. Okay. Uh, Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so what you can do is you can click on the fork button and click on your username to create a copy of it into your own GitHub account. Okay, so by doing this, you have a copy of this repository into your own GitHub account. So if you see, it says my username / git underscore os. Underneath it says fork from NISB web / git underscore os. So this way you know that this is a fork repository. So to begin working on this, what we will do is we will have to clone this repository. So let's head over to our terminal, okay? And we'll just clone this repository real quick. So now that we have it cloned, let's go into that directory, okay? So it says I'm in the main branch right now. So if you do git branch, you can see I'm in the main branch. So as a best practice, to begin making our changes, we will go into a different branch and with an appropriate name. So what I'll do is git checkout -b and let the name of the branch be add name, right? So now I am in the new branch and I will start making changes. So what I'll do is I'll open this in VS Code. And I'll head over to the readme file. What I will do is there is one line in this. I'll copy the same line onto the next line and I will change the username to my username, GitHub username, and I'll change the name also. So basically I'm adding my details in this readme file. Okay. So now that I have saved the file, I'll go back to the terminal. And if I do git status, it says modified readme.md and it shows up in red. This means that we haven't staged our changes yet. So what we'll do is we'll stage the changes by running the git add command. Okay. Now if I do git status again, it says it shows up in green. This means now we have staged the change and it is ready to be committed. So I'll run git commit -m. So let's add a message saying added name, right? So now I have made the commit. So if I run git status again, it says nothing to commit. This means that I have committed all my changes. It is ready. So let's push this onto GitHub. So how do we do that? We can do it by running the push command, git push origin add name. Okay. So let's run this command and push our changes to GitHub. Okay, so it was successful. Let's head over to GitHub and reload the page. So if you see, it says compare and pull request. So this is a feature of GitHub where it senses that you have made a change and you might want to contribute somewhere. So let's make a pull request. So if you look up here, it says base repository, base, head repository, and compare. So the base repository here, it shows as NISV web. Okay. So GitHub automatically sensed that I want to contribute to this repository because I forked it. Okay. So let's leave it as NISV web and let's have it as main branch. Now, in compare, if you see, I can select either main branch or add name branch. Okay, but I will leave it as add name branch because my changes are on this branch, right? So I will create a pull request. Now that I have created a pull request, it is up to the maintainer of this repository to see the file changes and accept the pull request. Okay, so Kenar, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. So in this case, Kenar is the maintainer of this repository. Kenar, can you merge my PR, please?
Yep. One second. Yep. It's taking a bit of time.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's done.
So now it shows that this pull request was merged. In this way, you can know that your contribution to this repository has been successfully accepted. So one way of checking it is if you look at the README file, you can see there are two names now instead of one, right? And if you click on either names, it takes you to the GitHub profile. Okay, so I hope you understood what we wanted to convey today, right? And we will be accepting pull requests on this repository. So please do contribute, try out Git and GitHub. If you have any doubts, you can let us know. Okay. I would like to take 5 more minutes and talk about Hacktoberfest. Okay. Hacktoberfest is a month-long celebration of open source softwares. So what exactly is Hacktoberfest? Hacktoberfest is an event which goes on for 1 month in October every year. And for 8 consecutive years, it has been hosted by DigitalOcean. So if you head over to hacktoberfest.digitalocean.com, you can see that Hacktoberfest is coming soon. Registrations start in 1 day, 20 hours, and 39 minutes. Right? So we will be sending out a reminder. Please sign up for Hacktoberfest. It's free of cost. And if you make 4 pull requests and they get accepted, then you are eligible to some swag. So what is a swag? So swag can either be stickers or t-shirt, or you may also decide to, plant a tree, right? So there are a lot of benefits to contributing to open source software, right? So if you guys need any help, you can let any of the NISP members know and we will help you out, right? So we will be sending out the feedback form very soon. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Hope we see you again. Thank you guys.